Hello and welcome to Woman to Woman. I am your host, Anntricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. I am the voice for those who suffer in silence. Today, women, we're talking about your business is good, but your attitude stinks. Your business is good, but your attitude stinks. And I know that it is hard to tell someone that their attitudes or their behaviors are negatively impacting their business. We're all small business owners, we're trying to make it, but whereas we have put all our efforts, all our time into building our business, many of us fail to realize that we have to also build ourselves. We have to develop ourselves. And I am number one for supporting small businesses. I'm all about the support of small business and other women. But do you know that not only in business, but in our relationships and everything that we touch, that our attitudes and our behaviors impact what we say that we can do well, or even those things that we could possibly excel in. We cannot reach our highest level of success until we do the work on ourselves. And so, this is what I wanted to talk to you today about, because many of us, we have awesome businesses, we have great products, we have great services that can really benefit people. But what I'm seeing with so many of us is that our attitudes stink. Our attitudes really stink. And so it turns a lot of people off from engaging with us or buying from us, or um, even from getting to know us. People don't want to get to know you when you have a nasty attitude. People don't want to get to know you, or they don't want to buy from you when your attitude stinks, when you're temperamental, and when your behavior changes from one day to the next. They don't know who you are. They don't trust you. And so I wanted to talk to you women that are in business, or maybe you women who find yourself struggling in relationships, or find yourself struggling on your jobs to build healthy relationships, or maybe you just don't trust other people, or maybe that every time you get close to someone, you find that people are hurting you, or finding that uh, you know people can't be trusted. Many times we're looking at the other person, trying to figure out why this didn't work, and we minimize and fail to look at ourselves. We are the factor. We are the factor in that equation that we need to take a look at. And so, one of the things that I try to do more than anything is a daily assessment of my brand. I am my brand. Everything that I do business wise reflects back on me. So I want to look at the relationships that I have, and how they impact my business. I want to look at my behaviors and my attitudes. Am I saying things that are turning people off? Am I wearing things that are offensive? Am I attacking people without reason or without cause? And so many of us, we feel like that just because that's who we are, we just accepted that, because that's just the way we've been, and that's just who we are, and people either like it or they don't. Well, girlfriend, I'm here to tell you, you have potential for good business, but your attitude stinks. And I think that if you're going to reach greater levels of success in your business, you have to work on your attitude. I don't do business with people who have poor attitudes or poor business etiquette. That's just a no-go for me. I'll go somewhere else with another small business owner, spend my money with them for maybe even sometimes a higher price, poor quality, because they have a better attitude, or because their behaviors are not all over the place, or because I can trust that they're going to show up in their business 100%. And and you know, so let's look at it. What are some factors in your business or in your relationships that um, are preceding what you do, or preceding your talents, or preceding your business and your talents, your services? Many of us can't see you because we see your attitude first. You're nasty. You attack people. You say ugly things. Your attitudes doesn't line up with your brand, what you say you're about. And I know it's hard to hear, and I'm not attacking you. And that's the least of what I'm about. I want to make you aware of these things so that you can make the necessary adjustments for moving forward. We don't want to go another 365 days dealing with the same issues that we've dealt with in the past 365 days. Every day we get up, we ought to be learning something new. And many of us have spoken horrible things for our business. We've spoken horrible things to ourselves. And not because those businesses can't be successful, not because you don't matter, that you don't have something worthy and valuable that other people can use. It's because of your poor attitude. You've been hurt so much that everything you speak is hurt. You've been minimized to the point that everything you see is minimized. You blame so much that you continue to blame and fail to really look at where the problem lies. And the problem lies from within, because we're gifted and we're talented, and all of that comes without any cost. All of it. I don't care what kind of day I'm having. I don't care what kind of attitude I have. My gifts and my talent belong to me. And I have that. I don't have to repent about it. I don't have to jump up and down 50 times and say I am whatever. All those rituals that they teach us about. Because my gifts and talents, no matter how ragged of a life that I live, I still possess those gifts and talents. And like many of us in our businesses are a reflection of those gifts and talents that we have. Now, what hurts it or what impacts it, and most of the time in a negative way, it can make or break us, is our attitudes. So if you're one of those who are struggling to maintain your customers, or struggling to maintain your head above water in your business and your relationships, let's factor in our attitude, because we're building $1 million businesses and $1 million brands and $1 million services. But our attitudes are what hurts us the most. So instead of 1 million, if we could just get that attitude in check, we can be 3 million or 30 million or 300 million. So let's look at it. How has your attitude played a role in you being at your greatness? How has your attitude played a role in the relationships that continue to fail time and time again? Woman to woman, I'm just here to let you know that you got what it takes, but it also takes getting that attitude under control. So, what kind of attitudes do you have that have a negative impact on your business or your relationships? Some of those attitudes, or some of the ones that turn me off the most. Procrastination. Procrastination is one of the worst. Procrastination, we never seem to get anything done. Or how about that anger that we neglect to get under control? So we're running a business, things are going well, and the moment something comes in that disrupts our day, we explode. And we explode on everything that comes our way that day. Our whole day is just ruined. That anger, and we begin to attack people. Or how about being condescending? You're saying things to minimize somebody else and to elevate or to make yourself look like you're superior. You know, those things, they impact our lives, they impact our brand, they impact our relationships negatively. No one wants to be have that feeling, or to feel like they're attacked and to be put down so that you can esteem yourself higher. You know, I'm one of those that I believe that collaborations are necessary for any of us in small business or anywhere else to obtain any level of success. Collaborations, partnerships are necessary. So when you're doing that, you want to connect with people that share your values. You don't want to connect with people that are temperament and people that you can't trust, and that they come to your platform to do collaborations with you, and you don't know if they're going to go off and say something not only negative about you, but negative about anything, and attack your customers and things like that. So yeah, you have that $1 million business, the potential for it anyway, but it's your attitude that's holding you back. So if you're not willing to do the work on yourself, you're going to continue to hold yourself to the limitations of your attitude, something that you can get a hold to now, get it under control, address it, find ways to overcome that and to make it better, because you can, because we're all subject to change. There's not a one of us in this in this world that is not subject to change. That we can't take our behaviors and our attitudes and learn a new positive way to cope and to make it through this life. So, girlfriend, I thank you for just listening, and thank you for even considering what I'm telling you today. Because there's nothing more that we would love than to come on board with you and to support what you have, to invest in your services, to invest in your products. But your attitude is what's been holding you back. It's what's been turning us off. So when we can get that together, I think that we're all going to strive and be able to connect together and help each other be the best that we can be. I am your host, Anntricia Bray Smith. Until next time, I'll see you right here on Woman to Woman.